Hey everybody, welcome back to Nutrition Bootcamp Day 10. You did it, you made it to the last day. I'm super excited to give you your last video and action steps so that you can complete Nutrition Bootcamp and be eligible for one of our prize giveaways. I hope you have learned a ton along the way. So today's action step and video is about consistency in your nutrition. How consistent do you need to be to achieve your goals? And so remember yesterday we talked about goals. Why are you eating this way? Why are you trying to improve your nutrition? Having a why makes it more doable for you to stick with nutrition changes. It's also helpful because then you understand that these changes are for you and for what you want. And ultimately that makes changes more sustainable. But we need to talk about consistency because how consistent do you need to be to reach your goals? So the very first thing I want to say about consistency is it doesn't matter if we do something once in a blue moon. So if you eat a really nice Fit Me plate style meal with salad and a really beautiful piece of fish and some nice rice, and you do that once in a blue moon, it's not actually going to help you. It's not going to move you forward. Similarly, if you're eating really well most of the time and every once in a while you go out and you have the works, you have the pizza, you have the ice cream, the milkshake, and the treats, it's not going to matter because it's once in a blue moon. Ultimately, it's what we do every day that adds up the most. And so what I would like you to think about though, is that we don't have to be all in. I want to give you this little story because it's been very helpful for me, especially on days that I struggle. So imagine that there's two people. There's one here and there's one here, and they each have a pile of bricks, a giant pile. They have their own piles, and then there's this big hill in front of them. They need to get the bricks up and over the hill, right? Consider that your weight loss goal, your health goal, your fitness goal, whatever. Well, person on top is all or nothing. And they are used to jumping into the latest trend and being all in with, let me do it perfect, and I can't do it until I can be all in. So they jump in usually 2 or 3 times a year. So say January, like right before summer, and then maybe again in the fall. And they go perfect for a couple of days. So they're moving 10 out of 10 bricks up and over that hill. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. And maybe they do that for 7 to 14 days. And they're like crushing it. And people are starting to look at them and they're like, oh my God, how do you do it? You're just doing all the things. It's perfect. But then life happens. And so then they stop because it wasn't perfect anymore. And so then they're like, I can't do it right now. Work's too crazy. Kids are too crazy. I'm just going to get back to it later. I'm going to put that aside. That's the all or nothing person, right? So maybe in January they moved, let's say they did 10 days, 10 days of 10 out of 10. They moved 100 bricks. Yay them. Then they start back up again in April, because it's getting ready to be summertime and they're going all in again because that's what they've sold themselves. All in is the only way you can be consistent. So they're all in and they move 10 out of 10 bricks again for 10 days. And then they fall off because life happens and they don't want to be halvesies into it, right? They want to make sure they do a good job if they're going to be in it. That's the lies that we tell ourselves. And so then they take a break over the summer because why would you do anything over the summer? Everything's outside of your control, right? And then in the fall, they get right back to it, 10 out of 10. They do that for a little while, then school gets crazy, everybody's all over the place, sports, they can't commit, they've got activities, whatever. So they moved 300 bricks this year, right? And it looked really good because they jumped in a couple of times throughout the year. Well, this person down here, she's doing the consistency mindset. This is what we teach in Fit Me. And she knows that she just needs to move however many bricks that she can move on that day. So sometimes it is a 10 out of 10 day. She can do it all. She can get her 2 Fit Me plates, she's getting her movement, she's getting her water, she's getting good sleep, all of that stuff. Other days, she might only be able to move 3 bricks or 4 bricks, but she keeps moving them up and over the hill. In a 2 brick day, it doesn't feel that good. Nobody's clapping it up for the 2 brick day. She kind of feels dumb. She's like, is this really like the best I can do today is just drink my water? But she goes ahead and keeps moving those bricks up and over, whatever she can do for that day. And she keeps moving bricks. And again, she's watching this other girl get started and do this all in thing, and it looks kind of good. It looks desirable. Maybe I should do that because it doesn't feel good to just move 3 or 4 bricks, but she just keeps going. She's moving the bricks. And sometimes she gets discouraged because she can't even see the bricks that she's moved on the other side, but she's got community, she's got support, she's got coaching. Somebody standing at the top of the hill to be like, hey, don't quit. I can see all the progress that you've made. Just keep going. Keep moving those bricks up and over the hill, up and over the hill. And she does, and she keeps going for that whole year. And guess what? She has a D average. She has averaged 6 bricks a day because some days she didn't even get to move a brick and she felt so crappy about it. But then the next day she knew she could get right back to it and move whatever she could for that day. So she's got a D average, 6 out of 10, not so great. But you know what 6 out of 10 is over the course of a year? That's 2,760 bricks, I think. And if it's not, it's in the thousands. So all or nothing girl moves 300. That's her progress. Meanwhile, the D average, just move what I can move for the day girl, moves thousands of bricks. She makes significantly more progress with consistency that does not require perfection. So this is the key. Consistency does not require perfection, but it does require that you don't quit. You have to keep at it. You just do what you can for the day. Take advantage of the days that you're doing great and you can feel that and you've got the capacity to do more. And on the days that you don't, you just do what you can. If you do that with your nutrition, you will create results. But most people think that consistency means perfect, and that is not true. Consistency does not mean perfect. So I want to challenge you today to consider how many bricks you're moving. There's no exact number, right? I made up this little story. But on a 2-brick day, just remember, you're still doing the thing. On a 10-brick day, celebrate because you want that, right? And then on a 0-brick day, just remember, it's not all lost. It doesn't work to say all or nothing, that I'm going to come back later when it's perfect. You got to get right back to it, move those bricks, get them over and up and over the hill. So what I want you to do is think about yesterday. Your accountability target for today, or your action step for today, is consider yesterday. You set a goal that you wanted to commit to. And today, you need to consider the level of consistency that you want. Does that mean you need to be more prepared on the weekends? Does that mean that you need to have things in your calendar? Does that mean that you need to talk to the people in your life about your goals so you can create that consistency? Have you been stuck in the all or nothing mindset? And this is a kind of a shift that I'm talking to you about. I want you to consider if you are really committed to your goal yesterday, how you are going to be consistent over the next 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 6 months to get there. And then I want you to make that commitment to yourself. I am going to be consistent, not perfect. And today's action step is just to write that. All you have to do is post it in the group. I'm going to be consistent, not perfect, because they are very different. Those are different things, and I want you to take that with you as you leave Nutrition Bootcamp, knowing that consistency is not about perfection, but that ultimately you can get to your goal as long as you don't fall off. So put yourself in a position so that you have the support, that you have the structure that you need to reach that important goal that you set yesterday. And so if there's anything that I can do to help, let me know. Remember, your action step today is to post in the group, I'm going to be consistent, but not perfect. Let me know if you need anything. Take care. Can't wait to announce the winner in a couple days. Take care. Bye.